Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Why so happy? Is because the Balkans are waking up and waking up little by little. And as I said many times before, I foresee that this the Balkan area will explode literally in about I would say 2 years at the most. So this article comes from Associated Press from June 26th, 2022. This is the title. Bosnian Serb leader prays for Trump's return and praises Putin. So Bosnian Serb leader prays for Trump's return and praises Putin. All right, well, Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina. The leader of Bosnia's Serbs said Sunday he hoped former US President Donald Trump would return to power and that the Serbs would wait for appropriate global circumstances to reach for their goal of seceding from Bosnia, which he called an unsustainable state. So you know what that means? They're ready right there. And this guy is right. This is Milorad Dodic. So remember that name when you hear it on the news that he had a heart attack or something. Milorad, or he flies from and just commits suicide somewhere. Milorad Dodic, who was a rare European official to hold talks with President Vladimir Putin since the war in Ukraine started in late February, made the comments at a gathering marking the start of a bloody breakup of Bosnia 30 years ago. Bosnia went through a devastating 1992-1995 war in which over 100,000 people died before a U.S. brokered 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 peace deal entered the conflict. The peace deal, also known as the Dayton Accords, created Bosnian Serb and Bosniak Croat entities tied together by joint Bosnian institutions and tripartite presidency. Tripartite, I don't know the word, presidency of which Dodik is a member. Probably it's divided in three tripartite, probably presidency of which Dodic is a member. Russia's war in Ukraine has aroused fears that the turmoil could spill over to the volatile Balkans, while Russia has maintained strong influence among fellow Slavic Serbs, or Slavic Serbs. Dodic, who has led the Bosnian Serb secession drive, said he was convinced that the Serbs would soon make important decisions about their fate in Bosnia. Me too. He also expressed expectations that Trump would again lead the United States. And I'm quoting, "For the first time in history, Serbs are waiting for time," Dodic said. "We must be patient, understand time. Europe is inevitably confused with its internal problems. I pray to God that Donald Trump comes to power in America again." During his presidency, Trump rarely spoke against the continuous attempts by Bosnian Serbs to destabilize Bosnia. After Joe Biden became president, Dodic was slapped with the US and British sanctions. Of course, the British, the house servants, sanctions over his proclaimed goal to split about half of Bosnia and join it with neighboring Serbia. Is that the right of people's right of self-determination? Dodic met Putin in Russia earlier this month, saying Sunday he was proud of the meeting. And I'm quoting, "He told me only one thing, and that was, we are not leaving our friends. It is the Russians who have not done us any harm," Dodic said. Yeah, can you see the trajectory? So after there's done everything in Ukraine, and will be done, And if not, then you see Serbia joining probably the new forming club, which is China and Russia on the BRICS foundation, plus some East Asian countries and some countries from Latin America, and we'll see. And then with these guys are going to be emboldened, and they will start asking questions and yell demands. So yeah, uh, this is obvious. And when Yeltsin was in power, they didn't do anything when the NATO bombarded Yugoslavia, because NATO was different somewhere else with his brains. And he was not only that, he was just, I think, captured by the people around him. Remember, it was in 1999, and then Mr. Putin became in, I think in December 1999 at Christmas or New Year's, he was inaugurated the prime minister, some new president, something like that. I think something like that. It was 1999, it was 2000 when Putin got the power and changed everything. The economy went up, the standards of living increased in Russia, military renewed and all that. Nevertheless, obviously that was a bad time for Great Britain, the United States, and other guys who looked at it and say, what's going on there? That's not good. And now we have this one. It's an attempt to bring back, I think, Russia to its period, one of the worst periods. I'm living the Soviet Union time, but one of the worst periods as a country with its pride, and not only pride, it was at the realm of United States at any point. United States had CIA offices in Moscow. The United States had military personnel in Russia and military locations where they have nuclear weapons arsenal. The Russians did not have anything in United States. Only the Americans had in Russia. Remember when Yeltsin was running for re-election, the U.S. Secretary of State got involved to support Yeltsin. Remember that one? No, you don't? Okay, now I tell you that. Got involved to support him. And it's a lot of BS over there. So obviously that was the best time for these guys from outside Russia to take care of Russia, because Russia was in, as many Russians say, on its knees. And you can, that's not a good position, obviously. It depends though, but you know what I'm thinking, right? Okay. So nevertheless, as I said, these guys are waiting. The Serbs are arming themselves with Chinese and Russian, arms and all that. They are in between. They said they don't want to apply for NATO anymore. They're thinking of not even asking for membership in European Union. So, and they also said that they could not forget the bombardments of schools and kindergartens and all that in 1999. So it's kind of weird with the Russians. Bye bye, we're leaving. Basically, that's what happens. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.